It's morning time. Yeah. Really appreciate everybody for jumping in. As they say, a win is a win, right? And a loss is a loss. I tell people all day, any day, one way or another, win, lose, or draw. DC for life. Come on. All right. Brown versus Brown. Yeah. Shout out to all, and I mean just that, all of the supporters over there. Appreciate the mods, by the way. This would not be possible without you all. Come on. As the room fill up, be sure to hit that like button. Share this content. Let that friend, neighbor, or foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Yeah. If you think the Cowboys didn't put up a fight last night,
you must be out of your goddamn mind.
Come on. Yep. Keep that same energy. Shout out to you, Mad Dog. Appreciate you. Keith, what's good? Salute to everybody that's on the Facebook side of things. Really appreciate you guys. The name is Law Nation, and we're going to talk about this Brown versus Brown, right? Hey, it was crazy, though, by the way. But we got to look into this thing. Hey, we didn't come out with the victory, but that's okay. We can go over some of the things as it relates to like what happened out there as far as the numbers perspective after the day of this situation. And when we look at it, yes, the Cowboys lose 29-31, right? 29-31, and we ate our crow already. We already talked about Anthony Brown. We talked about the coaching philosophy with the kicking and things like that. However, when we look into this, 42 for 58, 403 yards in the air. There's nothing to sneeze at, right, Cowboy Nation? And then on top of that, we looked at Ezekiel Elliott, 11 carries for 33 yards. Tony Pollard, 3 carries for 14. Dak Prescott, 4 carries for 13 yards. And that's just how it goes from there. I think I said Tony Pollard for 14 yards. There you go. And Amari Cooper, 13 receptions for 139 yards. And then he averaged 10.7 yards down the field, which is not bad. And you look at the 2 tubs that he was able to occur or to recoup. Shout out to Amari Cooper for that. And then we had, shout out to you, Carlos, and shout out to you, Stevens. Appreciate you guys on the YouTube. When we also had Lamb to catch 7 receptions for 104 yards. Out of this, I'm looking at Schultz. Gallup exit out earlier in that game due to an injury. Hope all is well with him. We'll see how the process go. We're going to talk about at least this game, the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys, all the way up until Wednesday. When Wednesday hit, we'll get into the details of focusing on the next opposition. However, I believe that somewhere, if you guys can see my mouse right here, you see the cursor. All right, so I believe that Schultz should get a little bit more catches and Jarwin. We should utilize these two tight ends a little bit more. And it's right. We should utilize those guys a little bit more, in my opinion. But outside of that, for what the wide receivers were able to do, shout out to them. Anthony Brown, he tied the team in tackles. Now, I know a lot of people will look into this situation and say, well, at least he got 11 tackles. He can lead the team in tackles, all we care. We need to figure out the exit strategy of Anthony Brown. The same thing that we've seen over years with this Cowboys situation. Now, granted, the Cowboys did draft Nashawn Wright as well as they drafted Boss Cowboy. How to say Boss Cowboy? Shout out to my guy Boss Cowboy. He must be on my mind right now. He must be talking about me. But shout out to Boss Man Fat, Kelvin Joseph. We did draft him. He's injured. So we just got to pump the brakes a little bit. Because at this point, heading into the next week, we got to go up against Keenan Allen and all of those boys over there. So I bet not see Anthony getting blazed down and burnt away again. But, however, we do have some reinforcements, but they might have to call those guys out a little bit sooner. And I'm talking about Nashawn because Kevin Joseph is injured right now. And it will be a little grace period until he's ready. And Jaron Kearse, he did okay too. You know, Parsons, he was up there, 7 total tackles there, and then 3 solos. So that's not bad at all for Parsons. You know, I think Parsons get a situation whereas he get a little pass on his play. I think that for what he was able to do with the snaps that he was out there and occurring, he did a wonderful job, right? He did a wonderful job. Shout out to you, Texas Bridge. Shout out to you guys. Carlos, thank you for jumping in. So you guys get what I'm saying, right? You guys get what I'm saying. So moving a little further on down, special team situation. Let me go all the way down. Who's our special team guy? We just had a mixed bag of nuts over here as far as the punt return, kick returns. No Dallas Cowboys kick return. And that's something that's crucial, and I'll explain a little later. CeeDee Lamb, he had a punt return of 12 yards, and then Cedric had a punt return of 2 yards. The 2 interceptions and a forced fumble by DeMonte KZ. We got to be happy about that, right, Cowboy Nation? We got to be happy about that one. And this was Jordan Lewis' best game. So sad that he was robbed at the end. You know, at the end, the push off. And I know we can go back and forward and say, well, you know, the aficionados, you know, fault or technique fault. But let's just be real with it. When was the last time, collectively speaking, I'm going to read some of your comments. When was the last time we got one, right? The last time I can recall that we got a favorable call on a situation was a playoff game. It was Anthony Hitchens. Y'all remember that? Face guarding, you know, and then the Lions were saying that, hey, he was PI'd, he was pass interference. That was the last time I can recall. Can any of you guys recall the last time the Dallas Cowboys got a favorable call where you say, hey, well, we'll take it? When was the last time? You know, appreciate you, Quentin. Shout out to you, Marvin. Appreciate you. Because we're looking at this situation and we're saying to ourselves, when was the last time? Just like last year, the opening game, the PI on Michael Gallup. We sitting there saying, and then of course Jamal Carter saying, yeah, never, because one can argue face guarding. They really don't call face guarding in the NFL. That's a college rule, right? But that was the last time we got a favorable call. Any time before that time frame, But going back to last season, the opener, playing against a team like the Rams, right? It was the Rams. Grand opening, beautiful stadium, as Jerry would say, stadium. Beautiful stadium, and the aficionados. It was like, oh, no. Gallup couldn't catch that on Jalen. No. Flag. And on top of that, this game, that's a penalty all day if the role was reversed, right? If that was Dak Prescott to Lamb, and he's pushing off Banks, or if he's pushing off whatever the other DB name. Yeah. Jaco says the Cowboys earned my respect last night. Yeah. And we can see with our natural eyes that this team is different from what they were last season. Those 2 interceptions, regardless of one being a Hail Mary almost, but that interception by Diggs, that was a good one. Flat out good one. Yeah. Appreciate you, Ken A. QBR 74.3. Not bad at all. Push comes to shove, the Cowboys missed a field goal and extra points to seal the game. This is Maverick. Yeah. They try to beat me up on Instagram. I'm sitting there like, no. I'm just calling a spade with the kicker situation. Yeah, they're going left and right. Law, I can't stand you. Let's go.
Stephen A. and Shannon won't give us no credit. Law, it's crazy how we can do wonders. We'll find the littlest thing on earth to criticize. Doc for MVP DC4L.
Yeah, Dak Prescott was the MVP. And Dak Prescott was doing some hell of a playing. Yeah. Dak Prescott did that. Appreciate it, Ken. Hey. Yeah, and Stephen A. I'm gonna listen to some of that in the few. Then I'm gonna see what they talked about today. I only listen to them so I can tell them to lean forward just a little bit. That's what I listen to. I know I got to slap Shay Sharp. I know he probably said something crazy today. We'll listen to that in a few. Yeah. Let me go back to this point right here. They got mad at me. Oh, they was mad at me for this one right here. Kicker, Cowboys kicker Greg Zuerlein. If I did my job, we win the game. No excuses. And I posted on my Instagram. Let me see if I can pull my Instagram up. Yeah. Let me see if I can pull my Instagram up right quick. Oh, yeah, they was mad. They were hot mad at me. And let me see right here. Bam. Yeah, on my Instagram. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, this is my Instagram. And my caption was, no, they want to act funny today. However, my caption was this right here, Cowboy Nation. I said that if they did the proper evaluation, then maybe he wouldn't even have a job. Oh, Lord, I didn't know we had Greg Zuerlein apologies, by the way. Oh, Lord, I can't stand Cowboy fan pages. I can't stand how this guy get up here. He never played a down in the NFL, like Mike McCarthy played in the NFL, or Bill Belichick, dare I say, played in the NFL. But he don't know football. He never played in the NFL. I can't stand Cowboy fan pages to talk bad about our kicker. And we still have Anthony Brown apologies, by the way. I can't stand this guy with the beard thinking he know more football than Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown was going against Antonio Brown. What you expect? Newsflash. Newsflash. Johnny Dixon burnt Anthony Brown, by the way. What team he plays for? Oh, what round was he drafted? What round was Osiris Mitchell drafted, Cowboy Nation? Oh, we had Benjamin Anthony Danucci looking like Peyton Manning out there when he threw the ball on Anthony Brown. But Law supposed to lie kicking and say, you know what? That's game one. He's a little rusty. Let's wrap up some tape around his ankles, and so he won't get burned. Hey, he's going to kick into the second gear. Anthony Brown will be okay. And back over here to Greg Zuerlein's situation. They made it too comfortable for him. They said, Greg, okay, you're battling through an injury. We don't want to lose you. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert the punter. His name is Hunter. And let him be your competition for the kicking. Now, granted, I'm not sitting here saying that the Cowboys should cut Greg Zuerlein. But what I'm saying, Cowboy Nation, collectively speaking, for those who are way in the back that need to hear this, is that, damn it, the Cowboys should at least brought in some competition. Maybe their leg won't be hurting that much then, you know. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Greg Zuerlein will stay focused in. And he won't be smiling and keying on the sidelines after a missed kick. I'm not saying that the guy should hang his head low. But what I'm saying is that this particular team need to stop fluff and sugarcoating everything. And we can see on Hard Knocks, Mike McCarthy is saying, I just don't believe in giving up on a guy who's going into his second year. Well, damn it, I don't either. But I would love to have competition. I'm talking about Benjamin Danucci, by the way, at this point. We don't need this fluff talk. But I'm giving Mike McCarthy a little leeway. Just a little bit because we playing against the defending Super Bowl champions. We was on the road, and we did have a slew of things to happen. But I'm giving him just that alleyway. But when I'm explaining something, don't look at me saying that I'm complaining. No, I'm explaining. Because that's the reason why I believe that most of you guys are here. But it's just that small percentage of people that try to twist what I'm saying and say, hey, this dude is raining on this guy parade. But I like competition. I like competition. And you got to do that. You can't be this soft fluff team. But neither here nor there. Greg, he knew he messed up, right? Let's go to the defensive side of the coin for the opposing team. Or let's look at the opposing team stats right quick. If you guys can squint your eyes and see Tom Brady, he was 32 for 50 for 379 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 65.3 QBR. What was the Cowboys QBR, by the way? I seen somebody looking at QBR. 74. Okay. Yeah, 74. Okay. So he was 65. And Fournette, believe it or not, Cowboy Nation, this right here. This right here was very important stat. And I know that they threw the ball all over the field on us. But holding Leonard Fournette for 9 carries and 32 yards and holding Ronald Jones for 4 carries for 14 yards. Look, I could bash my Cowboys here and there, but big improvement from last season. If this was last season, that would have been 9 carries for at least 82. Ronald Jones, 5 carries for 52. If this was last season. But to collectively hold the Tampa Bay to 52 yards is amazing. Don't y'all know if we can do that for the entire season, we're number one or top two or top three in rushing defense. We are. I mean that alone, and of course, a third of all of these yards came on Anthony Brown as it relates to passing. We got to figure that out. We got to shut that in. Speaking of that, look at the weapons. Antonio Brown, their version of AB. 5 receptions for 121 yards. 24.2 average. That's explosive plays. That's blown coverages type of situations. That's no safety over the top. That's just one-on-one. You getting burnt. You getting separation. And we knew that this was going to happen, right? Anytime we seen Ben DiNucci, Cooper Rush, Gary Gilbert burn Anthony Brown, we knew this. We saw this coming. I digress. All right, in Godwin, 9 receptions for 105 yards, 11.7. And then Gronkowski, my goodness. This is the guy that killed us. That 8 reception for 90 yards, that killed us right there. And that was the only thing that I they caught us with our pants down when we had J-Ron Curse in certain packages. And it was J-Ron Curse versus Gronkowski. They caught us with our pants down. Yeah. Hey, now when y'all say AB is horrible, just make put some parentheses and let me know. Put a ampersand or something like that, and let me know which AB you're talking about. Nah, y'all don't have to do that. But Mike Evans, 3 receptions for 24 yards. I believe that there's a graph out there for Diggs versus Mike Evans, and I think Diggs only allowed 1 catch. That's amazing. That's amazing. Next time. Look, y'all remember the episode that we did? Y'all remember the episode we did like a couple of weeks ago? And I said, what would you rather have? Would you rather have AB on Chris Godwin or AB on AB or Mike Evans? And we was going back and forth, and I said, man, I would rather have AB probably on Mike Evans because at least they won't kill us or gash us for the big play. I look at it like this. We should have seen Diggs on AB, but they moved him around so much. But shout out to Diggs, though, man, for just shutting down Mike Evans, though. Shutting down, man. I like that. And the only way I would give Dan Quinn a little longitude and latitude, because we know that there's politics as it relates to who's starting and who's not. But dog it, I give him a little longitude and latitude because maybe he was looking at it like, all right, I don't want to rush the rookie out there, Nashawn, because he did get burned in the last preseason game on a veteran wide receiver for a touchdown. But if AB, our version of AB, is going to play this trashy, then I would rather, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, don't shank me with the butter knife. I know you guys trying to sneak up behind me. But I would rather, for all of those snaps and that growing pain, like I told everybody before, to be on Nashawn Wright. But it's hard for the coaching staff to go to the finance department, the front office, and say, we got to sit this $16 to $17 million cornerback, because I think that was his collective contract over 3 years or 2 years or whatever it may be. And the front office is looking like, hey, I brought you in to elevate. I brought you in to coach these guys. But coach need to have some cojones and say, hey, this guy is just what he is. We got Johnny Dixon. We got Osiris Mitchell that's burning him up. But neither here nor there. Let me tell you guys a hidden weapon for this team. You're going to scroll all the way down to their kickoff return. Jay Mickens, 3 returns for 92 yards. Let me repeat, 3 returns for 92 yards. Can y'all see that? 3 returns for 92 yards. How many yards in the football field? I want to know all of the experts over here, man. How many yards we have in the football field? How many? I'm going to wait for the answer. Matter of fact, I'm going to click over so everybody can see the answer. How many yards do you have in the football field? Shout out to Kid. He a real one. Mike O'Neal, he's a real one. Larry J, you are a winner. You know, Kurt. All right. Davis. Yeah, I see y'all, man. Woo! So if this guy got 92 of them, you know, he got, well, I know somebody put 120, but yeah, 100 is in the field of play. Yeah. But I feel you though. So everybody put 120, appreciate you. But if this kid got 92 yards, and there's a maximum of 120 yards in the field, right? Or 100 if you excluding the actual goal lines or the touchdown areas, right? That's very important. Because if he averaged 30, just hear me out, Cowboy Nation. If he's averaging 30.7, is that better for the quarterback? Right? I mean, Lance Bell, he putting it out there, 30 per return. That's meaning even if you kick it at the 30, if you kick it at the ball land at the 20, don't you know that that's less pressure for your offensive coordinator to draw up and craft up a play? That's less running lanes and running territory, flipping of the field positioning. That was very, very crucial. And yes, we got Bone Fossil. He's supposed to be this guru. Last night, I said
He needs some milk.
I said he needed some milk. Good grief, Bone. He have all his people running for celebratory situations in practice. It's crazy. But I come here to tell you guys, when was the last time we had good kick returners? Was it Lucky Whitehead? Ryan Switzer, What was the other guy with the dreads? I forgot it. I keep on forgetting his name. Y'all post his name down. Was it Harris or something? What's his name? Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne Harris. Was it Dwayne Harris? When was the last time we had a guy that we could sit back and say, all right, cool. We at least going to start the ball off at the 40. All right, cool. You punting it to us? Okay. Or it's going to be a kickoff return. My dog going to take it out of the end zone and put it back to the 40. Prime time, that's a long way. Oh, my God, that's a long way, man. Yeah, it's a long way. It was in the 90s. That's when Prime had the thick sideburns. Rocket Ishmael. So we're going to have to improve. We're going to have to figure that part out. I want people to look at this. These two guys, I said in my pregame, we're going to have to watch out for 54 and 45. These two guys right here, D. White and David. Isaiah, stand back. Yeah, I'm putting some names out there. I said these two guys we got to pay close attention to, and those two linebackers did a wonderful job. But I want you guys to understand this. This is so sweet. This is so sweet. This is so sweet information right here. And then we're going to move on from talking about the Bucs. Look at his name. You see David. You see White. Come on, AI. We got the AI. I appreciate you when you make that. Appreciate you, Jericho. Yeah, play calling at crucial times didn't make any sense. It's almost like we were trying not to win. We had them beat. That's so many layers to that one, though. Jericho. There's so many layers to that. I got to break that. I got to break that one down. I'm waiting for the AI. There she go.
Play calling at crucial times did not make any sense. It's almost like we were trying to not win. We had them beat.
We're going to put a pin on mark on that one, Jericho. I'm going to get back to that one. I definitely going to get back to that one. That's good insight. I agree. Look, I agree with you on some of it, but not all of it, right? But we're going to put a pin. We're going to put a placeholder on that one. We're going to put a pin on that one, basically. All right. Let's go down this list. We got David. We got White. We have Dean. We have Winfield. We got Cockerhill, Pierre Paul, Barrett, Edwards, Adams, Davis, some guy named Marpet, Murphy, Tyrone, McLendon, Evans, Godwin, basically. I keep calling this man Goodwin. Stewart, Sue, Mentor, Golston, Nunez, and Fournette. Those are all of the people that made plays on the defense. But I come here to tell you guys, that there's one name. I read that list for a purpose. And I can't stress this out enough, because if you don't follow football enough, if you don't watch football enough, you would definitely say, hey, we don't need this guy. We shouldn't pay no attention to this guy. And I went down that list. And named all of the people that made a play that went on the stat sheet. But I come here to tell you guys, you might not even like Law Nation. You might not even care for the channel. You might hate my voice in my face, right? But I'm finna spit the truth to you. There's a name that made more impact than pretty much all of those names on that list. And his name is Vita Vea. The outside looking in, if you're looking for stats and not watching the game, you would never, ever, ever know his name. This right here, Cowboy Nation, is how you win the game. No style points, no glorification. But I guarantee you. What's Vita Vea's number, by the way, Jeremy? Appreciate you. You're a real one for putting his name down there. Say his name. Vita Vea. I guarantee you, David, White, Dean, and Winfield really like Vita. It's just how it goes. He's number 50. Yeah, big 50. Those who watched the game last night, he was very important, by the way, right? Was he very important? Did he cause all type of disturbance? You can see, I was telling people, and hopefully, Big Bo down the line, when he get his player weight in under him, maybe year 2, maybe year 3, we'll see the impact of that big boy. The AI speed.
What's our problem in the red zone? It's been like this for years. Players? Kellen Moore plays? I feel like it's still May.
Me, yeah. Gene Paul. Oh, yours coincide with Jericho. So I'm going to put a placeholder on that one. Y'all just remind me before this show goes. I'm going to go back to those conversations. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. You would never see big boy Vita Vea on anybody's stat sheet. You would never understand it. But that pushing big body can't stop me. that pushing that big stuff down inside, moving stuff out the way. Everybody eat. They don't get no recognition. But pushing big body down, ooh, woo! Did y'all see how he just folded up one of our guys and said, huh? Get over here. He said, man, you playing spades, let me see order. I get you 2 books. How you gonna get them, man? You got a bad hand. Don't worry about it, man. I got you 2. Where you gonna get it from? Oh, I see 52, 63. I got you 2. Yeah. Look, let me know if you see his name on there. Let me know if you see his name anywhere in there. You see Vita Vea in there anywhere? Do you see him anywhere? We looking hard over here. Do you see him anywhere? Do you see him? Do you see his name on that list? Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. What we got over here? Builder DeGrom. Appreciate you so much for your donation there. Come on, AI. She needs some virtual coffee. There you go.
I own the Lastros, but I also took an L by thinking the Cowboys wouldn't choke under pressure. At least I had Tom Brady and Gronk in fantasy starting.
Yeah,
no cap that game. Very physical helmets were coming off last night.
Who said that one? Ken A. Yeah. Very physical. Yeah. Here you go right here. There we go. I fixed it on my end over here. Cowboy Nation. That's what the importance of having a big boy inside. You're not going to get your name on a stat sheet or anything like that. Law, if we sign Geno and Gurley, wow. This is from Nicholas. I don't think that they would sign Geno Atkins, but that would be really a good situation. Todd Gurley. That would be weird, Todd Gurley. Nah. Kellen Moore wouldn't know what to do with that. He don't know what to do with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. Now, there was a good play that they did a little trickery on the end around. But, nah. We just need... And that goes to the other conversation that we talked about earlier. What my guy was talking about. Like, he felt like Jericho, let me see if I can get back to it. Y'all hold tight. Y'all ain't going anywhere, right? Let's see if I can bring this up again. Joshua will fit the battle of Jericho. Where you at? And here we go. Say it again.
Play calling at crucial times did not make any sense. It's almost like we were trying to not win. We had them beat.
I look at it like that front, Vita Vea. It's like A gap, B gap. You ain't finna run through here because I'm gonna gobble up 2. And on top of that, my linebackers are pursuing downhill. They failing. And they ain't playing around with it. 45 and 54 did not play around with their food. They say, when Mama said, when you said sprinkle some of Mama's cooking, shout out to Kwame Brown, but when Mama said it's time to eat, them boys fly through there. So they abandoned the run through the middle. And when they did try to run in the middle, it was crazy. It was flat out crazy. Like, it was like, why would you run in the teeth of the defense, right? On top of that, Cowboy Nation, those linebackers are so quick on the edge that if you're going to dedicate a running to the edge, dog it, you can't hesitate. There's no shifting this and try to cut back and hop. Those boys too quick for that. You got to make a pre-planned decision to hit the edge and go full head of steam, like a Derrick Henry or somebody. Full head of steam. And both of our running backs got the little dance factor and the hop factor in their game. And I'm not sullying or denigrating any of our running backs. It's just that we played against a supreme style of defense as it relates to speed on the edges. JPP, Barrett, those guys are nobody to sneeze at. All right? Good news is that, yeah, we play against a team that got a good front next week, but we'll start talking about that Wednesday and Thursday. But the good thing is they don't have that type of resources, right? On top of that, Cowboy Nation, here's the situation. Do we play to win or do we play to be safe? I think that Kellen Moore aggressive style was there. And as good as Dak Prescott threw the ball last night, and I'm not trying to sully or denigrate him, there was a play when we was in the red zone. He kind of held the ball a little too long. Don't crucify me. Put the butter knife down. Don't shank me. But when he threw the ball, he waited a little too late. Ezekiel Elliott caught the ball, and it wasn't enough real estate. And if he would just drop back, he had Ezekiel Elliott in the flat and immediately went to him, it would have been a touchdown. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He catches that as a touchdown. All right, and the other play where is Ezekiel Elliott, it was like a little toss motion to the side there, and he had one guy to beat. Ezekiel Elliott had to make in his mind, either you going to be finesse Zeke.
Cowboys, we're hitting hard, flexed bicep, resilient and aggressive. No fear in their eyes, fist. On another note, had Doc Cooper, Lamb Brown and Gronk eating greedy for my fantasy squad last night. Rock on gesture, rock.
Dog, you had all of those people in your fantasy. You beat the hell out of whoever you played. Who was you had Doc? You had Dak? I said Doc. Well, Dr. Dak, huh? You had Dak, Cooper, Lamb, and of course you didn't have Anthony Brown, AB, and you beat the hell out of whoever you played. I don't even know who you played, but tell me your final score, JR. Put your score in the chat, man. I know you beat the bejesus out of somebody. They came out looking crazy, but Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, I was talking about Ezekiel Elliott. Either he had to be a truck Zeke or he had to be the finesse Zeke. And he was the finesse Zeke, you know. He tried to finesse him and squeeze around him. And the dude said, I ain't finna let you get by me, dog, you know. But that's just how it goes with that one. And I'm not saying that Ezekiel Elliott is trash or anything. I've seen some people in the chat that said, hey, if that was Tony Pollard, he would have scored. No. Bro, Law, I had Dak in Godwin, but didn't start AB or Gronk. I'm mad, T-Buzz. Come on, man. But you got some money off of Dak. I'm going to see what JR, man. What was your score on that thing, dog? I know you beat whoever you play. And whoever you playing, their team haven't even played yet, huh? Law, you know Osa is going to be a good player, but he had made a rookie mistake poking the bear. They shut them down in the middle. That didn't get close to the Tampa Tom. Can't wait for the Sir Navar Gallimore to come out. You know what? Law do admit when he is wrong, and I admit when I talk too much, right? Maybe the rookies did leak the game plan a little bit, saying that, hey, we're going to try to create pressure in the inside. Did we get any pressure from the inside in this game? If anything, we got pressure from the outside. So maybe I was wrong a little bit. Maybe the rookie said, man, we don't have no options against Tom Brady, man. This brother can walk on water. He got God, the refs, and Father Time on his side. Right? Yeah, that's who Tom Brady. He got God, the ref, and Father Time on his side. That brother can't do no wrong. And the reason why I say God, because I've literally seen 2 times. Dorrance Armstrong, he comes across.
Bottom line, Doc out us in position to win the game. Defense came up a little short. No pressure on the last drive.
Devil dogs. You're right. You're right. I have no rebuttal on that. We came close, but no cigar. You saw how number 7 almost got his hands on that interception, but almost don't count, right? Hey, whatever Tom Brady do at night, man, we all need to try that. At 44 years of age, like I said, he got God, the ref, and Father Time on his side. Did y'all see when he dropped back and he came across the edge and he hit his arm? He hit, like, DA is still in his 20s, Dorrance Armstrong. He hit the 44-year-old guy arm, and he still held on to the ball. Matter of fact, he clenched the ball a little bit more and went through his progression and still threw the ball. I said, man, how is he able to do that at 44? And then another play. My guy, DeMarcus Lawrence, he's coming across. And he actually, this the football. I wish I had a football in here. I'm going to use my cup as the football. He raised the football. Just, He's still able to keep his composure and throw the ball. And there was this one play. I think he went to Gronkowski. He went to Gronk. And blitz and pressure is coming in the face. He literally closed his eyes and said to Allah, to Elohim. He just prayed. Parson is right there. And Gronk is like right there. And Gronk catches the ball on the sideline. I said, how? At 44. Gene Paul says, allow your thoughts on LVE and Smith this game. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on that. Oh, let me see if I can find that chart. But I appreciate you. Let me see if I can find that chart. I think he posted it. Yeah, here it is right here. I appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, we're going to go back to it. Come on, AI. Yeah, there you go.
Law your thoughts on LVE and Smith this game. Also, Doc haters can't say he put up empty calories. Bucks, we will see you again in the playoffs, baby. We.
Hey, man, I needed that one, Gene Paul.
I prefer a win. This is actually a good thing. Lose early, get hot, and start winning later. Salute.
Yeah, you don't want to peak in September. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you don't want to peak in September. You asked a question about, Law, what's your thoughts on LVE and Jalen Smith? And I think that this guy might have to squint your eyes to see this. But this Michael Gelkin, he put this out. Cowboys defense on the field, 65 snaps Thursday versus Buccaneers. Snap distribution for linebackers. Parson, 51. Keanu Neal, 50. Jalen, 16. That's 25%. And LVE, 14. That's 22%. Jabril Cox, 0. Now, one of those guys got to go. I just flat it out. I think that Jalen, his limited time on the field, less is more. I like that. I'm looking at this. Parson and Neals are primarily a nickel linebackers, limiting Smith and LVE. So you're in nickel, you pretty much in passing pursuits and these sorts of things. But they got to figure out a way to incorporate or infuse or add to, not take away, Jabril Cox. I believe that he will be more of a suited guy as relates to coverage abilities. So they need that 0 for this next game. We should not see it. So I'm asking you guys a good question here, because Keanu Neal, and he did a serviceable job, but he got burnt a few times because he's just not a coverage guy. He's just not. He's a thumper. He's a guy he comes in like my dog Barry Church says with bad intentions. That those two plays, it was 2 plays that he got burnt by the tight end. Do you guys think, and I'm not saying that Jalen or LVE would have been better in that situation and scenario, but do you guys feel that at least out of those 50 that you can sprinkle some of Jabril Cox into that mix? I want to know. But Jalen did solid, Choctaw Cowboy. Appreciate you. I was calling you Choctaw Cowboy. My bad. Choctaw, Montana. But appreciate you. So should Jabril Cox should at least say 5 down there instead of 0? At least give the man 5 snaps. Give the man 10 of them and cut Keanu Neal down to like 40. Maybe 35 at least. Let's split that thing, man. Or do you guys feel that Cox shouldn't have been in this game? I want to read some of your comments, man. But that's a good point, Gene Paul. Appreciate you, man, for your donations there. Appreciate you. And shout out to you, Jay Versick. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, Dallas the Great. Yeah. Now, Neal got burnt on 2 plays, but it's not equivalent. Like his burnt wasn't equivalent, dare I say, to Anthony I get burnt Brown. I'm not saying that Neal was horrible. No. And when I saying burnt, it was just like one play was like 6 yards out, and it was another little play. It was like 15, but I would deal with that with the linebacker. You still had safety over the top. You still had your DB that was sliding to the side there. I'm not saying, and that's not his strong suit. But Anthony Brown, you was expecting him to do something, but not give up 20 or average of 20 to 25 yards per reception. Like, come on, Brown should be cut now, and they ain't going to do that. They're going to do that. I'm telling you, Brown know where the bodies are buried. He do. Brown know where the bodies are buried. That's just how that goes, Cowboy Nation. All right, so let me see if I can burn through one of these interviews, and then we'll listen to what the Undisputed Cowboys had to say, and then we'll jump right into the phone lines and all of that good stuff. But I got to see what these boys were talking about because I didn't get a chance to listen to it last night. My internet had to do an update. My computer had to do an update, and it said, we doing this update at 12. You're supposed to be asleep, So that's how that went, and my post-game show was halted because I was planning on going all night. I really was. I said, man, I'm not work today, and I have all of this time. Yeah, let's listen to Randy Gregory right quick.
Climb that mountain, get the lead, and then Tom Brady.
I haven't heard this interview, by the way.
Man, it's real disappointing. Felt like we made a lot of plays. I think we probably gave up too many explosive plays. Turnover.
Can y'all hear him?
Which is good.
Barely hear him.
We just got to cut down on the explosive plays, and you go out there 2 minutes left. You got to go out there and get a sack on him. Can't let him pick us apart like he did. So
you got to cut down on the explosive plays
on him. If you would have said that going into the game, would you thought that would have been enough?
You would think, but that's why they call him the GOAT. He makes stuff happen. So I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yeah, we're gonna build from here. We had that.
Jerry, talk to him.
Cox and Bernard should play. AppCB should never be in man-to-man. On the DC.
Keith Floyd, you got me with that one. Yeah, you're right. Don't play Anthony Brown man-to-man. Where's Kennedy? That's from Steve. We talked about politics already, and we had Barry Church on this episode. He was talking the same, but yeah. Look at my dog, man. What is going on with his face? Let's go.
Yes, they know that.
Talk about the building. Like you said, you can build on it. You're not going to be a moral victory guy.
No more victories.
How do you say, hey, let's do something good?
We fully expected to win this game coming in here. Like I said, there's few things go differently, we win that game. But like we said in the locker room, that's defending champs. Is that the guy? Is that the team that they really believe is going to win another Super Bowl? Then we're right up there with them, and we believe that. So just got to build on it, come back, get better. There's some things we're going to fix, and we'll be good come week 2.
About number 4 on the other side of the ball. He's been gone the whole offseason. I mean, the whole last year offseason, no preseason. Yeah. He didn't miss a beat.
No, I mean he looked like same Dak we know. Threw the ball like 60 times. It's kind of crazy, but he was slinging it out there. That's the guy we know to be, and shame we couldn't get a win, but it's good to have him out there.
Shame.
It really is.
One more thing about it, and I know you don't like talking about your career and all that, but to be a captain, to come back, be named a captain for this first game, how special was that?
It was special. It's a new feeling for me, and I barely even made it out there to midfield for the coin toss because I'm just used to being on the side of the field and watching all that happen. So it was nice to go out there.
Call it right?
What was that?
Call it right?
I didn't call it.
Oh, okay.
Dak asked me if I wanted heads to. I said, it's up to you. And when we got the toss, I was like, we definitely want defense first. So it was nice. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
That was a good one, man. That was a good one. That was a good one by him. I don't even want to listen to Greg right now. Y'all want to listen to Greg? No, I don't want to listen to Greg right now. That's him, and who else we have here? Where are you guys with CeeDee Lamb performance? It's like he made it up, right? With the touchdown, he gave it back, made it up again. Where are you guys with CeeDee Lamb performance last night? Because he still put up some yards. He's put up some numbers, man. Where are you guys? I want to know. I want to check the temperature, the pulse of the nation. Where are you guys with CD? And do he get a mulligan, right? It's his first game back with Dak Prescott. It's game 1, the Jelly Bellies, it's prime time. Where are you guys with him? How many drops? Did he have 4, 3, or 2? How many? He was pressing too much. Michael Gallup was balling. Michael Gallup was sitting there like, oh, y'all thought I was out, right? Y'all thought that I was the number 3, number 4. I heard what y'all was saying. Michael Gallup heard what everybody was saying about. Remember, before the season kicked off, a lot of people that support the Cowboys was saying, oh, Simi Fehoko is going to be Gallup's replacement. Yeah, TA Cowboys says he rebounded a bit. Yeah. Lamb tried hard. He needed to calm down. Yeah. I mean, you talking about wetting the bed a little bit. He had the case of the dropsies, man. And he got contagious. And CD played okay. Because I always like to see a player come back and measure up to what they did and just kind of erase their losses there. Stanley said that throw over the middle with 3 heads on him. Dak nailed it that throw. Yeah. And that type of throw, that's an 88 classic right there, baby. I ain't talking about Cutlass. Oh, my goodness. That was an 88 classic. But the playmaker, he would have been like, that's my ball. I'm going to get that ball. And remember, when our version of 88 during the 90s, or even Drew, Uncle Drew, Pearson, when he go across the middle, he was a little tiny receiver. But back in the days when Drew, let the AI speak whenever she decides to speak. Come on, AI. Appreciate y'all, man, for making the donations to help elevate. But, man, here we go. There we go.
Greg the dead leg. Don't freeze kicker. Not impressed with Bones and special team.
I'm going to put a pin hold on that one. Put a placeholder on that one. Put a pin on that one, basically, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put a pin on that one. I'm going to talk about Bones Fossil in a few seconds. But 88, the original 88, and the playmaker, they relish and plays across the middle. They relished and then they were hitting back in those days. Don't y'all know what Michael Irvin numbers would look like now? Y'all just don't know. especially the new Cowboy fans. Y'all don't know. Because what it states now, you have the ability to catch it and then make a football move before the opposing team can hit you. Back in those days, you coming across the middle, there's a tollway. There's the toll. You got to pay the toll. We are not finna allow you to catch the ball and make a football move. No, we decapitation, baby. Yeah. Let's listen to CD Lamb, and then we go to Greg.
End result here of a game like that. You guys fought all your way back, and you finally get over the top, and then just come that short.
Personally, I feel like it's very disappointing, especially on my end, considering I feel like I played a part in us just continuing being down by the drops that I've had. But, you live and you learn, and I'm definitely going to learn from this and just try to be better for the team.
Didn't you attribute some of those drops to anything? Were you nervous? Were you jacked up?
Not at all. No, it was just me dropping the ball. There's not really much of an excuse for it. It just, it happens.
Is there one that kind of stands out more than?
Nah, not at all. They all kind of on the same level.
Okay.
I'm going to set it all 3, 4, how many ever it was.
How about the offense in general? You guys you pride yourselves on having a lot of weapons and spread it around. And today you had 100 yards, but it was a huge today for Amari. Is that kind of the offense you guys want to be?
That's kind of the blueprint we put down. All guys, just clicking. Dak is just feeding us all, and he's hot. And that's kind of how we, approached this game. I feel like today it was a great step. Obviously, it didn't go the way that we wanted, but I feel like we're gonna go back to the drawing board here tomorrow and correct those mistakes.
Does Dak surprise you at all the way he plays, the way he comes back all off season, hadn't really played a whole lot, and he comes in and just doesn't miss a beat?
Not at all. I've been with him the whole way, the whole ride, so I'm rocking with full.
Appreciate it. Thanks, CD.
Good one. He said he rocking with foe. Yeah, he walking with foe. All right, let me hit this dreadful one. I want to see what he had to say. It's Greg Zuerlein right here, and all right, this is what I got to say. He got all of the rest of the season to redeem himself. Now, to all of the Greg Zuerlein apologies, I'm not bashing the guy. Came off of an injury. I understand that. T-Mac said, don't play it, Law. I got to play it, man. Y'all want me to play this? Y'all don't want me to play it. I'm going to play it. Don't play it, T-Mac. Oh, I'm going to play it, T-Mac. Let me just play it.
Approach each time I go out there. Same steps back, same steps to the side. Nothing changes, whether it's in the first quarter or the last kick. And so just go out there and swing.
You said before, I think, you got to have a bad memory when you're a kicker. You can't worry about good kicks. You can't worry about bad kicks. You can't before you just got to go out there. Is it tough to do with the first field goal attempt? Can you kind of take us through what happened with that one?
Yeah, obviously missing something such an easy kick, you don't even really practice them. It's just automatic. And so
you don't practice.
You miss something like that, you analyze it for about 2 minutes, figure out what you did wrong, and then you got to move on. It does you no good dwelling on it.
Did you put your finger on it? Did you kind of tell what happened on that one, or is it?
What happened?
Well, I'll have to go back and watch the film.
You don't have to watch the film.
But until I go actually watch the film, I just make that adjustment after that kick and go from there. But to actually get down to the nuts and bolts, I won't know until I go watch the film.
So you had that, and then the missed extra point. When you got the third kick, when you made that one, is it human nature to have a little bit more confidence? All right, things are good, or did it ever waver at all?
Shame. 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 Shame.
You don't have to practice your field goals. Oh my goodness, who do you think you are? I don't have to practice my free throws, man. I'm good, man. I don't have to practice my free throws. I'm good, It's just a free throw, Damn if I do, damn if I don't. Dog, you better get out there.
Jarwin should get with Schultz and let him teach him how to be a blocking TE because he gave up that block for Zeke, which would have been a TD.
Facts, Jay Versick. Shout out to you for that observation there. Jarwin is not the best blocker in the world. He was a converted wide receiver to tight end, and there's just never been that aggressive mentality as it relates to blocking. Blocking is more mental than anything, 99% mental, 1% physical. You can have the smallest guy in the world, and it's between getting through my body and you scoring a touchdown, you're going to have to fight to get to it, right? Prime example, you can take a mother, and somebody strong man trying to break into their family, and she's shielding, trying to protect her kid. There's storylines that mothers just all of a sudden get this amazing strength. It's the mindset that she don't want nothing to happen to that child, especially in the animal kingdom. You see it all the time. So it's all mental, man. And Jarwin, he's just missing a few on that side of the coin. But back to Greg. I keep calling him Greg the Leg, but what y'all want me to just call him Gregory Zuerlein?
I think the approach is always the same, whether you make it or miss it. You don't just throw things straight out the window. You figure out what you did wrong, and you can make a slight tweak, but you're not going to wholesale change everything. And so you just got to keep swinging, really. That's all it is. Just be confident and swing.
Were some of those kickoffs?
Hope all is well,
that
Caesar.
Like a design kickoff to have to pooch it up, try to pin them down there. I mean, because we see you bang it through the back of the end zone, but some of the times it's a design call.
Yeah. It just depends on what we're feeling at the moment, what the momentum of the game is. So many times you'll see teams kick it short, kind of like we did tonight, and you're trying to strip the ball and make a big play for the team. And so on some of those calls, that's what it was. And sometimes the other team doesn't want to play and they'll knee it. And so it's a, I guess, game by game, kick by kick basis.
I know you're not going to give excuses, but did you feel rust at all? I mean, you hadn't kicked a lot in the off season. Would you?
You ain't practice either.
Would you get the timing back down, or did you feel 100% ready?
Yeah, like you said, no excuses. Okay. I mean, if I'm out there, I should make the kicks, and so there's no excuses.
Overall, with this
I ain't gonna say anything. Go ahead.
Team, winning is the ultimate goal. But is there some good you can take from a game like this? This team can take and say, hey, let's build off of this one.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good that can be taken from this. I think I know we played well enough to win. If I do my job, we win that game. So I feel bad for the guys in there that played their ass off, and I didn't hold up my end of the deal. And so with the team that's that good, returning every player from the Super Bowl victory, we're right there. We're right there, and I just have to do my job.
Go to your room. Go to practice, dog. I ain't want to kick Greg the leg, but he got all 16 more games to redeem himself, right? Oh my gosh, man. He got all 16. And the only reason why I give him a little grace because he did come off of an injury. Shout out to Caesar. I hope all is well, man. You said he had back surgery and he's still battling through recovery. Caesar, I hope all is well. I didn't mean to slap you, Greg, but go to your room. No, don't go to your room. Go practice on those field goals. Man, I don't have to practice muscle memory. Well, you go practice this week because we're going to give you that grace. The game is won. It's battle of inches, right? Few points. It only take 1 point to win the game. So as long as we don't see you missing an extra point, field goals, I may give you a little leeway, but an extra point from here on out, you okay. So let's all give him a mulligan right? Y'all want me to be a little softer, right? You know, hey, you never played in the National Football League. You don't know the pressure of playing in the National Football League. Oh Lord, you suck. Oh, that's all the leg apologists, or Greg the Pig, however you want to call him, was coming at me left and right. You know, just go to my Instagram. Go to my Instagram and go down here and read the comments. You know, just read the comments. They coming at me left and right. You never played football before. Why you that? Like Mike McCarthy played in the National Football League. Bill Belichick, let me know what down he played in the National Football League. You know, like we can't give analysis and our thoughts and our opinions because we never played in the National Football League.
Let's get a shame one time for the kicker.
I got you.
Face.
So.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yeah. But we going to really dive deep into this. We're going to dive deep into this kicker next week. You get a pass. Right. All right, so let's listen to Lewis.
Take us through the emotions of a game like that. It's ups, downs. You're so excited to get back in it, and then to end like that. What are you thinking here?
We always talk about it. We can't put it in the ref hands. You know, we had first half, we made some mistakes. We weren't really communicating. Some plays leaked out, and you know, it shouldn't have got to that point.
Good stuff.
You say put it in the ref's hands. Are you referring to the call there at the end of the game?
Yeah, it's a toss-up. I mean, it's
hold
a
on.
toss-up.
Did I miss something?
Take us through the emotions of a game like that. It's ups, downs. You're so excited to get back in it, and then to end like that. What are you thinking here?
I had to rewind it for a little bit.
We always talk about it. We can't put it in the ref hands.
Okay,
You know,
can't put it in the ref hands.
First
Okay.
half, we made some mistakes. We weren't really communicating. Some plays leaked out, and you know, it shouldn't have got to that point.
When you say put it in the ref's hands, are you referring to the call there at the end of the game?
Yeah, it's a toss-up. I mean, it's a toss-up. So we played a hell of a game. I'm proud of the guy who stayed in it. But at the end of the day, we can't have the refs in the game like that.
Did it feel like? It looked like a push-off. Did it feel like one? I mean, you're not just going to go to the ground by yourself.
No, I mean, hey,
get him.
Like I said, that's, you know what I'm saying. I can't call it like that.
Hey, he didn't want that fine. Look at his face. He's like, you know, they fine you if you talk about the aficionados. Look at his face. Look at his mouth, his eyes. He's scratching his head. Ain't nothing itching right there. He's like, I don't know if Jerry gonna pay this. You know, Jerry kind of, you know, Jerry might pay it, but Stephen Jones, you know, that's a $250,000. I don't know, man. You know, I don't. Look at his face. He like, he's scratching his head like, no good where that part is not itching. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah.
That's what the refs saw. You know, no call. I mean, they at home, so can't get that momentum swing to them. You know, we just gotta keep getting better. Honestly, just communicate with each other.
Hey, man, you know, that dude pushed the hell out of me, man. That aficionado got. hey, where the aficionado at, man? The aficionado. Where he at? Come on out, man. No. Come on out, dude. Come on out. Where you at, aficionado? You know, I'm gonna pull him out. Point him out. Where he at? Nope, that ain't him. That was Shad Moss. I think that's his government name. Here you go, aficionado. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Each other and make sure that don't ever happen again.
The third line makes that kick with under 2 minutes to go. You guys have the lead, and you're excited about it. But are you thinking, hey, this is a lot of time, especially with Tom back there?
We just wanted to do our job, honestly. Like we said, we shouldn't even have been in that situation. They had a lot of leaky yardage just off of our miscommunication. We didn't really get beat, you know, man to man or anything like that. It was just we just didn't communicate with each other.
You had your hands on the ball a lot. You had that interception. Did you before the half? Or were you thinking 108 yards?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard because we had to run down there on Hail Mary, and then I had to go all the way back. So
got tired.
I mean, it was great effort out there. I seen guys flying around, you know, trying to make blocks. You know, I just got to pick my feet up, honestly.
we told you guys are going to get 4 turnovers on time or on that offense. Would you have felt that would have been enough?
No. Honestly, we want to get as many turnovers as possible. We left some out on the field, and that's what I'm talking about, getting better and finishing plays and leaving, not just leaving it all on the field. But we definitely think we can get turnovers whenever on anybody. So I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Tom Brady or anybody else in the league. We think we can get a turnover whenever we want to.
I know it's disappointing. Can you build off a game like this? Can you guys say, hey, this is, not everybody's going to be like Tom Brady.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely going to build on this one. And, just make sure that we don't give up those leaky yardage and just go out there and play ball like we know we can.
All right. Thanks, Jordan. No problem. Appreciate it.
He's a good stand-up citizen on that one, man. And the reason why I give him that in the communication. He said they lost for communication, and that happens when you're on the road and you got a new implementation of defense or what have you. And the other thing that he pointed out was he said nobody got beat. I ain't going to hit the shame. He said nobody got beat. So maybe when the play was called, it was miscommunication. There was supposed to have been safety help over the top. And when AB, our version of AB, missed the jam on AB, he didn't have any communication. And then that left one-on-one to the outside. And that's how you get that
finish him
type of situation. So next week, we're going to have all of the communication errors out the way. Who going to hold Keenan Allen next week, though? I'm going to wait to Wednesday. Well, let's wait to Wednesday. Let's wait to Wednesday. I can't talk about this now. But who going to hold Keenan Allen? Is it going to be Diggs? Should it be Diggs? Leave Brown on the outside. Yeah. At least it was competitive a little bit, with Brown on the outside. Well, Brown off the field, and they had Lewis on the outside a little bit on Godwin on that last play, and they still didn't call it or what have you. So that was an issue there. All right, so let me go right here. Where we at with it? This, and this. Yeah. Yeah. I had the ball, bro. Appreciate you, Scott. I was looking for you, man. Let me see my notes here. You said by 2 touchdowns we were gonna win, Scott. We didn't get there, and I was gonna go buy that jersey for you, man. 88 extra large. And then Mason from 541 said we was gonna lose by a multitude of touchdowns.
I had a ball, bro, but man, that darn pie no call.
Yeah, that hurt us in so many ways, Scott. So many ways, more ways than we can think. All right, so let's listen to these guys right quick. I know this will be about a bunch of nonsense. Let's go.
My guy Brady. That's my guy.
Look, I know my team lost last night.
Yeah.
But how about them Cowboys? You won't. Oh, talk about a moral victory. That was the all-timest moral victory ever played by any team in the history.
Oh, shoot. Excuse me. No way. Skip, why don't you lean forward a little bit, just right there. That's why I like to play this. I can just bring out the slap. Slap the Godzilla out of him. Go to your rooms, Shay Sharp. Yeah, I mean, let's. God, dog, boy. All right. This dude gonna say, "How about them Cowboys?" And then. Wasn't he all on the train of saying that the Cowboys are going to get blown out and these sorts of things? Come on, Skip Sayless. Come on.
History of sports.
Not in pro sports. You don't get moral victories.
They won, but they lost.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Oh, so that's why everybody was saying moral victories. Y'all been listening to these guys. That's why I was wondering why everybody in the comment was saying, "Hey, well, we'll take the moral victory." I like, what's going on with this? What? You know, we don't believe in morals victories over here. But I do believe in the fact that, hey, get out the way. Get off the screen. But I do agree with the aspect of we competing, though. And that's what I said before the game even kicked off, as long as we compete. And I wanted to see competition. It could have been a situation when they jumped up, what is it, like 28-19 or something like that, or 28 to whatever, 16. It started to look kind of weird for us, right? You don't even know what he talking about, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Shame on that one. All right, so let's do this. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for jumping in and being part of this episode. Great one. The phone line is now open. Thank those who called in earlier and was just waiting in the lobby area. But let me set it all up and get things going. It's always good to know that people hang around and know the phone line number and just chill. You know, that's good, man. That let me know I got some real ones over here. But let me type this phone line in right quick, and we get these callers on the way. The hotline phone. Yo, mine. This dude like that, yeah. We do it just like that. It's in the description box. Science, you finna get slapped in a few. I see my mods threw you out of the club over there, but it's all good. But since you want to act crazy over here, that's somebody I just want to get my flex on a little bit. I really want to slap this person real tight. You know, y'all see that right here? I just want to see a lot of LFs in the chat right quick. Yeah, I want to see a lot of LFs. Y'all know what that is right there. Yeah. Lean forward just a little bit right there. Get out of here with that nonsense, man. Yeah. All right, so I got my guy over here, my dog, 100, man. You know, he been holding it down. He was the guy, he's the first person that's in here just chilling, probably eating his oodles and noodles, just relaxing. But 100, man, you live, fam.
Whoa.
What's good?
Whoa. Come on, Law.
What's good, man?
It was my dog. It was my dog, Law.
I am, dog. What's good, man? Yeah, you sit chilling. Oodles and noodles. Man, top Romans, man. What kind you like, dog? What kind you like? The chicken flavor is my favorite, man. It got me through college. And you cut your little hot dog, you put it in there, man. Come on, man. Don't act bougie over there, 100. You might be with 100 grand. The steak.
Do the steak and shrimp, Law. Come on, man.
In the round cup? You talking about the one in the round cup? Or you talking about
No.
You bougie. You bougie, man. You eat oodles and noodles, man. No top Romans or romaine. You didn't do none of that?
Noodles,
come on, man.
Grits and shrimp, Law. The grits and shrimp, Law.
No, romaine.
Oodles and noodles, Law. No, sir. No.
Come on, man. And then you get a little piece of cheese. I'm telling you what you do, man. You get a little piece of cheese and you put it in there, man. That thing go hard, bro. You don't know, you missing out, man, on some gourmet stuff, for real.
Well, back in the day, you know, little kid. Now, Law, can't do it.
So you T-bone in this thing, ribeye, you know.
No, sir.
You ribeye steak guy.
Nah.
Tomahawk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No
noodles and noodles, though, Law. Noodles and noodles is terrible, Law. Come on, man.
Man, it make the beard grow. I'm telling you. Hey, man, I'm humble as a mug, man. I got some top.
Take your word for it.
Dog.
You got the beard. I'm trying to get my beard where your beard at.
Because you forgot about the oodles and noodles. You forgot about the top Romans. You know, if you been eating the top Romans, dog, you'd have had the full beard. It would connect and stuff, man. You know. Good grief, 100.
So it ain't got nothing to do with the oil. Nothing to do with the oils you be talking about.
No, it's the
all
oodles.
about the oodles and noodles.
Yeah. What you got for this episode, fam? Look at everybody put the top raw. Hey, y'all put y'all special recipe down for the top raw, man. Yeah, that's college food all day. And then it's a little bit, I was in college right after the Hurricane Katrina. And, man, we had a truck to dump us off, man. And I love the chicken flavor, by the way. And, the stuff is bad for you. I don't recommend people to eat it all day now. But, man, we had the chicken flavor all day. Chicken over the beef flavor all day with me. But go ahead, man. What you got, man? Somebody said throw some eggs in it, man. See, boy, we turn it to the cooking channel.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See? I don't know about that.
Spam, Vienna sausages, man. Boy, oodles and noodles. Hey, watch, I'm going to get a sponsor. After this show.
Hey,
this show is brought to you by Top Row, man.
You got a couple sponsors, man.
I do. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Creamy chicken. Look at that roasted chicken. Boy, they got it going on, boy.
Yo, Law done started so. She done started, man.
Man.
See, now, these Eagle fans, man, they get on my nerves.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the Cowboys lost yesterday. Oh, take your L. Oh, y'all think y'all going to bring that hot garbage into Philly. Oh, y'all not going to beat us. Seriously? Y'all don't have the 3 wide receivers to hang with us.
Right.
Y'all don't have the offensive line to hang with. Do you understand the offensive line we went up against yesterday? Tell me who y'all got on y'all line that can compete with that.
They don't have nobody, man. Ooh.
Tell me they don't have. Come on, it's Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady.
No.
Do they have the defensive line that's going to stop DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory and all them? Come on, man.
100. Get them. Keep going.
Do you understand yesterday? The Eagles and Lord Brunson, all them boys was live yesterday. Oh, we ready for, especially Lord Brunson. Oh, funeral service. Now that's my guy.
Yeah.
Did a thumbnail for him. That's my guy.
Yeah.
So come on, man. I had to tell him, funeral service. Oh, but I salute the Lord Brunson. He said, oh, man, I'm shocked. He was shocked. He was shocked. He the only Eagles fan that came out and said, I was shocked and surprised about this game, and he gave Dak Prescott his props. All the other Eagles content creators thinking, oh, man, we just going to destroy Dallas when they come see us if they bring that hot garbage they brung to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, scratching my head like, y'all not on their level. Y'all, where y'all Todd Bowles at? Where y'all, I'm confused. I'm like, what in the world is going on? And then everybody, Zeke must be washed. I'm like, listen, Law, I don't know. Maybe you need to do like a 101 football class or something on your channel, because we don't run the ball, that don't mean Zeke is washed.
Right.
It's something called a game plan.
Yeah.
That wasn't the game plan. You can't run on Tampa Bay. You got to use their strengths against them. And that's what Kevin Moore did.
Yep. There was number one and number two against the run last season. They're number one and number two against the run. They gave, they averaged 68 to 69 completion percentages as it relates to quarterback. So you can throw on them, and that's exactly what they did. They threw on them. But go ahead.
But these the same people. I don't know about Kevin Moore. I don't know about him. I don't think he's a good coordinator. But when he comes and he does things like this, what's wrong with Zeke? Why he ain't run the ball?
Yeah.
Why can't we be more Patriot-like? The Patriots to come out and throw the ball on you. And then the next week, the Patriots to come out and run the ball on. Am I lying, Law?
Nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying at all. You ain't lying, 100. You ain't lying, man.
But when we do it, y'all come out and complain. Talking about Zeke terrible.
Well, you know what I tell him 100. I tell people all the time, man. When Ezekiel Elliott, you just pick him up, him and Tony Pollard, and you put him on the 49ers. You know, and that is a team that's crafted behind running the rock, juxtaposed to all of the wide receivers that we have here. If you put them on the 49ers, they might not do the same thing over there because they're not crafted to throw the ball like we are over here. And that's just how it goes. I don't think that Kellen Moore is trash. I don't think that Kellen Moore is a horrible offensive coordinator. Now, he do have his flaws a little bit as it relates to red zone, but there are some improvements in his game. That play design and those plays that he called, you know, last night, it was pretty good. Now, we just got into the red zone. We just had a little hiccup. One could argue one of those plays were on Dak a little bit. We knew that there was going to be some rust, but we got to fall back because Dak, he threw for 400 yards, man.
Dak threw, 59 times?
Yeah. So law of averages, you're going to have some problems just off of law of average, you know.
And what was his record? I don't think he had 10 incompletions last night. Did he?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No. I don't think so. Let me see. I got it right
here. CD, that's on me, dog.
That's on me. Yeah.
CD came up, that's on me.
No doubt.
Those drops was my fault.
No doubt.
You know? And I'm just like, listen, man, our team is built to throw the ball, and our team is built to pass the ball. We can do both, and I'm just excited, man. Cause who gonna stop us, man? We're not going up against Tampa Bay every week now.
No doubt, man. But 100, man, I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Hey, final word, man. Final word from you from the last night game, and plug your content stuff too.
Final word, man. Just don't sleep, man. Don't sleep. We coming. We coming. And y'all can follow me, man. Graphic Zone HD. I do graphics. Contact me. Let's work.
Yeah, let's
work.
Go. Let's get it out of the mud. Graphic Zone HD. That's my dog 100, man. Not top ramen noodles and not oodles and noodles. 100, man. That's 100 tomahawk steak 100. Sorry, can't take it. Kellen Moore contribution 0 as the OC. Name one player that stood out. Zeke was very good blocking. Zeke was damn good blocking. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, can't take it. Kevin Moore contributes 0 SOC. Name one play that stood out. Zeke was very good blocking.
One play that stood out. That end around play. Did Pollard get the first down when he did the ha? That was a trickery play. That was one play that stood out. Damn, Keith, this is a good one. I don't know, man, because Kellen Moore is good. Now, I'm not saying he's trash, but it's hard, man, because even when we had Andy Dalton and all of those other guys, I think the offense was still top 10 in the National Football League. Now that you have 4, he's the catalyst, right? He just electrify everything. The touchdown pass to the sideline to 88, that was all quarterback. Like, it wasn't really designed for a good design as relates to offensive coordinator, outside of the fact that he probably called the play and said, hey, we're going to take verts. You know, it was they sent 3 verticals. You know, it's vertical offense. But you got to have the quarterback. Offensive line protection on that blitz pickup. Go to my Instagram, my Twitter page. I got it right here. I can't play it because they'll take the whole page down. But you guys see that play right there? I'm going to scoot by it. Go to my Twitter page and you can see it. I broke it down. I had to see how quick I had to go through it. But you guys get what I'm saying. We got 229. What's on your mind?
D-Law.
What's good? What you got for the episode?
This is Gary Stokes from Georgia, man, part of the Cowboy Nation out here.
Stokes.
I just got a couple things I want to say about the defense and offense in Jerry Jones. All right, first, the defense cornerback play was not bad. Of course, we want Anthony Brown gone, but it was not bad. Nobody got beat deep. Well, yes, Tony Brown did beat us deep.
Yeah.
But blitzing, I noticed that the Cowboys really didn't blitz.
I'm tired of Anthony
like I thought they
Brown.
would.
He's vomiting face,
overall,
vomiting
I thought the
face,
defense
waste
was
basket.
decent. Offensively, the offensive line, the big D tackle from Tampa Bay really put it on. I think, was that Connor Williams? I can't remember. But he really gave him a struggle last night. But, that's why they won the best defenses in the league. And I thought last night play action was really good by Dak. I think he did really good on the play action passes. And Zeke, people expect Zeke to go out and run 100-plus every game, but part of the game plan. If we had that game plan, we wouldn't have won running Zeke. And I think the coaching decisions last night was pretty good, too. Ball control, play action it was doing. And, I really thought we should have won that game. And I heard something about Dak have to take an MRI every 2 weeks or something like that. Jerry just paid, $175 million for him? So, of course, he want to protect his investment. So if they catch something, then they would, pick it up fast. And then my last thing was the fourth down play when Dak picked up the first down, I believe, and going into the red zone, he ran the ball, and he got the play. So, people just need to back off, man. We had a 17-game schedule, and I just really was impressed about the Cowboys last night. With the amount of preseason play the starters didn't play, and they came out against the world champions whose whole team is back, they did well. And I think we are on that path to number 6. And so, that's my comment I wanted to say. D-Law, love the show, and we support you out here at Georgia, man. Georgia, we love D-Law. I share you all the time to my friends.
Appreciate you,
Stokes. Even to the haters out there.
Yeah, keep sharing.
Yeah, the Giants and the Washington fans. I got a couple of my bone boys that, man, they talked all this junk to me last night. So, hey, keep up, man. D-Law, you the man.
Appreciate you, Stokes. Appreciate you, man. Good call from him. Yeah, good call from Stokes, man. The Cowboys did blitz, by the way. We just didn't get home. And a few times that we sent our tight end, well, not our tight end, they utilized their tight end in the seam routes when they caught us blitzing with our linebackers. So that's just how that goes with that. Unfortunately, we have Willie D. You're live.
Hey, man.
Talk to me, man.
What's up with it, Law?
Nothing to it, fam. What you got?
I got first of all, I'm a big fan of what's it called? Top ramen noodles.
Oh yeah.
I think he's doing like right now this day with some chicken in it, some cheese, some pepper, some hot sauce. You got it.
Yeah. Tell 100 grand he missing out on that, man.
Yeah, missing out, man. Chicken noodles. That's a flavor. That's a flavor I like too. Chicken.
Yeah, it's about flavor too, and then get some club crackers, man. I like the club crackers. Just keep it on the side, man. Yeah. Saltine.
But now back to the game. Didn't I tell you who we need to cut? I know they ain't gonna cut him, but he need to be gone. Everybody trying to talk about Brown.
Right, I already know. You said it right before the season even started. You was right. You know more than the coaching staff.
I said, get him up. I said, get the trash up out of her. Please, get the trash up out of her. Now, James Smith, he played okay.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna hate on somebody when they do good. He played okay last night, but he wasn't the problem. The problem was CeeDee Lamb dropping balls. CeeDee Lamb, he did okay. But them drop balls,
it hurt. Yeah,
that shit hurt him.
Yeah, it hurt, man. God.
But end of the day, But at the end of the day, I felt like the Cowboys. I knew. As a matter of fact, I took the Cowboys on a parlay. I hit, but I felt I had a chance. Well, I was telling everybody around here, like, man, the Cowboys can win this game, but they gotta believe. I feel like the player believe. And Zeke is cool. The game plan was for us to pass the ball. We can run him. So why try to run?
Facts.
So at the end of the day, and Dak Prescott, look, all these Cowboy fans that be talking down on Dak, cannot stand them. I feel like if you talk down on Dak, you not be no fan of the Cowboys. Get up out of it.
Yeah. Willie D, man, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for calling in, Willie.
Yeah.
It's my dog, man, Willie D, man. I always know I'm going to get some energy from him, man. All right, 206, you in the mix.
What's up, bro? It's Robert.
Rob, what's good with you, Rob?
Oh, my good, man. We ain't talked in a long time, dog, but
I know.
I love the game yesterday, man. I had my biggest issue with kicking, man. Those 7 points came back to hunt us, and I'm just like, bro, like, how do we not get that right? Like, dude didn't play in the preseason. Like, I don't know if it's back injury or something, but they need to address that thing. Because I remember the last time we had a bad kicker all year, and they just didn't do anything about it until it was too late. So I just hope that don't be the case this year, that we losing games over, easy points like that.
Yeah, my thing is with the kicking situation, if you can't change it out in the middle of the season. That's a situation that you got to do during the off season, in my opinion. You find out who your kicker is in the off season, not midway. But go ahead.
Yeah, man, that was just it. I think the non-call on the push off just really hurt us. But overall, man, you can't be mad at the Cowboys. They played a hell of a game, though. I don't do the whole moral victory thing, but based off of what I saw, based off the defensive, getting the turnovers, like, I'm excited for this season. I think that we're going to, like, really turn some heads and shock some people this year.
No doubt.
I don't want to take up time. I just wanted to say that, man. I'm excited for the season, though.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in. Good call from you, Rob. Shout out to Rob, man. It's still how about them Cowboys. I got my guy Kev over here, man. 732, you live, Kev.
Hey, first I want to just give a shout out to the Lord Nation.
Appreciate it.
And man, that game last night I stayed up for the whole thing. That game was good.
It was, yeah.
Dak, he looked the best I've ever seen him of any game of any season. Hands down, last night was his best game he's ever played that I've ever seen. And I think where we lost it, special teams definitely let us down. I mean, not just with punt return, punt coverage. I mean, that guy Mickens, he was doing a complete fool on special teams. Every time we kicked it to him it plays a part in field position when you get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, but we can give a lot of props to Dak because of, he threw for this many yards, but let's be honest, he had to. They refused to run the ball, which also makes me hate the decision to cut Nick Ralston because that would have been the time where he would have been very useful.
You saw how they put Vita Vea in to get that little first down on the opposing team, as a fullback. We need to do some stuff like that when you get those short yardage. But go ahead.
Yeah, and that would have helped because it's harder when you have a young line, especially on the interior with one of the best player on our team not playing. It would have been a lot easier, especially when you run that of a single back. If someone slips through, there's nobody there to catch the block. Now he got to dance right away. Had we had Nick Ralston, he would have caught that first person who slipped through the cracks, and Zeke being who he was, he would have cut loose. They played a short game. They didn't play for the long haul, and they didn't clock manage well. And that was shown by those poor back-to-back third down plays where they decided to do bullshit run plays instead of passing it because obviously Dak was killing it the whole time. And it was like, it was 4-5 and under. Had we ran some counters, some stretches because clearly we didn't want to run up the middle. By the fourth quarter, I played line. I know what it is to have to chase sideline to sideline, shifty running back, especially one like Zeke.
No doubt.
By fourth quarter, you're done. Your legs are bloated.
No doubt, Kelvin, man. Appreciate you so much for calling in from the 732, man. You're a good one. All right, so let's see. We got 3-8, man. I love it. When I look at this queue, man, I'll sit there and be like, man, this line is longer than Shaq's feet. But we got a lot of people in this thing, man. I love it. 385, you're live.
Hello? Hey,
yeah,
Law.
yeah, what's good?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Junior from Ogden, Utah. Long-time listener, never called in, but man, I had to call you today, man. That was a game. That was one heck of a game. You know, our defense. What I want to talk about is I think our defense improved, man. We sat there, we balled out against the defending champs. Yeah, we came up with a loss, but you want to take anything out of this? You know, our defense improved. Yeah, we got to get a better corner out there, but hey, you're playing against Brown, Evans, Godwin. You know, they got a solid squad.
Yeah, somebody's going to eat.
You know what I mean?
Yep, you're right.
So I think in our reality, we fought. It ain't what we wanted, but man, we just put the whole NFL on notice. You know what I mean? Cowboys is back, Cowboy Nation. And I just wanted to say I love your show. I listen to it every day. First time caller. But man, keep doing what you're doing, fam.
Appreciate you, Junior. Thank you for calling in. Great observation
right,
from there. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'll tell you, he's a good family guy. He's all right, brother. Love you. I love it. I got my guy, man, 614, man. Montana. Let's get it.
What up, Long?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man.
Like I said yesterday, and like I've been saying before last night's game, the defense will end up matching the offense energy. I called it. I just had that feeling like you got to excuse the wind. I'm in the vehicle right now.
That's good.
Like I was saying, I just had that feeling like it was just going to be different on the defensive side this year. With the addition of adding true safeties, with KZ and Donovan actually starting. Nobody's talking about the fact that we actually saw solid, good safety play last night. You cannot sit there and say, oh my God, the safeties had did it again. Oh my God. Minus the one miscommunication with KZ.
Yeah, it was one of those. He made it back up when he forced the fumble, and Antonio Brown poked him in his eye, by the way. But he made it up. Yeah.
He made it up. And I see a lot of people like, oh man, Jay Lou played solid, bro.
He was.
Jay Lou actually played solid. Like, he's good enough to be in between that third and fourth corner. Like, but AB, man, I used to be one of those guys that used to be like, man, AB, he could play a little solid. He got some speed to him. His footwork is bad, man.
Yeah.
Buddy's footwork is bad. I mean, granted, he's a six-round draft pick, but like I said, man, Dallas one solid corner away from having a complete defense.
You ain't lying, man. Appreciate you, man. Hey, and also, I wouldn't be mad if the Cowboys kicked the can on Geno Atkins. Just bring him in. Just bring him in and see what he can do.
Bring him in for a cup of coffee.
There we go. That's what I would do. Appreciate you. All right, so that's my dog, Montana, man. Y'all see him all the time in the comment box. I got the 404. You're live.
What's up, Law Nation?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
Hey, man, I just have I had a couple points I just wanted to bring. One of the key points in the game was that Zach couldn't make that safety Adams miss. I just knew when it was one-on-one that Zeke had it, that he was either going to outrun him to the corner or he was going to lower that shoulder. Yep. And his indecisiveness is what just kind of like, should I cut back or what?
He didn't know what he wanted to do. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't know whether or not he wanted to be finesse or he wanted to just run through him, and that plays on your mind, man. When you're not getting a lot of touches, you don't know what type of vibe or the feel of or the impact that you have out there. And he looked a little. Remember, people fail to realize he didn't play all preseason as well. But go ahead.
Yeah, and that came back to hurt us.
In the missed block, yeah.
That was the game to me. I thought if he would have scored, man. We had Tampa Bay on their heels with that, and it was a good play call. It really was. And I just felt like Zeke could have won that matchup. I know the tight end missed the block, but Zeke could have won that. Yeah. I want to talk about Michael Parsons, man. He showed up big time. The moment wasn't too big. In the run game, yeah, I know. I think he only gave up one catch in the pass game. That was with Leonard Fournette. But, he played real solid yesterday. I still see that we still struggling in the red zone. I think we still need to look at the tight end. Back in the 90s, we had that tight end that was real big in the red zone. But we gotta fix our red zone offense. And I think. What about the cornerback, Fat Man? Or I know you mentioned something earlier about No Sean Wright, but
no doubt.
We got to do something with AB and Jabril Cox. I thought he would have played a little more on Gronk.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in from the 404. Good call from him. All right, so. Yeah, I think that Jabril Cox need to get some snaps in. He only had 0 snaps at on his game, and of course we went over that earlier about how many snaps the other guys got. I think Keanu Neal had 50. Give at least Jabril at least 10 of them. Cut him down to 40 or so. Let's see here. We got somebody from Texas, 972. What's new?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, love?
Not much, man. Talk to me.
This is Tyrone from Urban, bro. And,
right.
Man, I just got a couple points, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we need somebody shadowing Kellen Moore right now. We need somebody following him because at this rate, that dude's going to be gone next year. And we need somebody to take his place. So we want to kind of look in the future a little bit and have somebody follow that, man. And another point, man, our defense looked better, but we couldn't get the pass rush on Brady, man. I think our pass rush got to do better. And there's no more victories, man. We're 1-0. It's on to the Chargers. But we have a QB, man. We have a QB. I was always the Dak Porter, but coming off that injury, I didn't know what he was going to be. I'm confident in him. He's a top 5, darn near top 3 quarterback, man. I'm seeing that he could take us all the way, man. So I'm confident about that. We're 1-0 or we're 0-1, but hey, it's on to the Chargers, man. We got our quarterback, so the future's bright,
No doubt, man. You just got to formulate some consistency, and everything will work its way out. Your observation on Kellen Moore, I'm quite sure that other offensive teams would like to have him on their team or other teams, what have you. But we'll find out. Maybe it's Ben McAdoo or Doug Nussmeier with the Cowboys. They've been grooming those two guys behind Kellen Moore.
Yeah, Nussmeier might be a good replacement. And one more thing, I don't want to hear nothing about that pass interference because I remember last year, first game against the Rams, Gallup, he pushed off, and I don't think it should have been called, so I ain't going to just flip my position this year because it's our guy. We should have won that game. We blew the game.
No doubt.
Blew the game. Should have won. We got 4 turnovers, but I'm going to say 3 turnovers. We should have won that game. So, but, the future's bright, man. The sky's the limit.
No doubt, man. Good call from you, from Irvin, 972. I feel him on that. But why do we always have to set the bar, though? You know, I feel him on the, hey, you know, we shouldn't be complaining about the PI because now that they're finally not calling it. But they called it last year. But let's make an example out of the Cowboys 2 times in a row. Like they called it against Gallup, and then now the next season, since this guy, y'all saying that you should let him play, now we let him play. Now it's all of a sudden we letting him play. You can't have it both ways. That's all I'm saying. It just so happened that the Cowboys always be the one with the experimentations. So hopefully the NFL and the league rulings will reach out to us or reach out to the Cowboys organization to go over that. And what I was really hot and angry and upset about was not even that. I was hot and angry and upset about the other play when the player took his helmet off and slammed it on the ground. And that was more egregious than anything because no flags, not even the broadcasters, talked about it. So that goes ill against me about the aficionados. But let's let the 518. You're live.
Hello, Lou.
What's
Hello,
good?
Lou.
Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I was really proud of them boys out there yesterday. That was a good match, man. Because anytime we can just put this like this, we on all the games coming up, which team has Tom Brady, which team has Gronkowski, and which team has Antonio Brown, and all that defense that the Bucks have. We all know Vita Vea, all JPP, whatever, but we hold them close. And if we would limit our mistakes, let's not blame the officials and anybody. But if we would limit the mistakes, we would have blown them out.
Facts.
And that's a Super Bowl team, winning team. We're the Cowboys that everybody was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I'm always, every time I call on this channel, they always said, oh, Bob, you're being negative about Colin Moore. But I give Colin Moore a pass because that game, we did not need to run that game because there was no way Zeke was going to run. That front defense was not letting that thing go. And our defense did the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
That was mathematic, man. That was a good game. That was a playoff game on the first game of the season. If anybody was not even a NFL fan to watch football last night, he was like really entertained. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the other thing, I'm glad to see what's the guy named 71 Le'Veon, what's his name again? The front line. What's the boy name? Collins.
Lyle. Okay.
Collins back, man. Lyle Collins, man. I missed him, man. Oh, and then my other thing I saw yesterday, it was the safeties. Did you see KZ what he did?
No doubt,
we
Bob.
never had that.
Yeah.
In 2 years, we never had that type of safety.
Yeah.
Man, I just wish like this whole team can be motivated. Like say like we're gonna just put this on our head. Like, hey, the other teams that we're gonna play coming up, they don't have Tom Brady, Gronk, Antonio Brown, and whatever the running back.
Yeah.
If we go with that mentality, hey man.
They don't have, all the teams we play don't have the super team like we just played. So I feel you on that. Appreciate you for calling in, Bond. That's a good one.
Are you not entertained?
That's a good one.
Are you not entertained?
All right. We're working through this, man. I'm coming to y'all. Just be patient. I got the 757. You live.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey, you live. What's good? Talk to me.
What's up, Law? Hey,
Into
man,
it.
I've been watching you for a couple of years now.
Appreciate
I
it.
got a couple of minutes. I just want to speak on the game last night. I was standing here with my girl, and we both was talking about the dude taking his helmet off and not getting that penalty call that would have gave us a first and goal. That's the biggest play to me of the night that let me know that sometimes games are fixed in ways that you can't do nothing about it. The offense played great. Defense played great. The mistakes didn't even beat us.
Facts.
Not even the coaching. And all the callers that said the coaching might have been bad, the callers that called in and said that the defense was stupid for putting Anthony Brown one-on-one.
Right.
The rest of the defense shut down.
Yeah.
And Godwin.
Yeah.
And the tight end, other players, and the running back out of the backfield, all that was shut down because Anthony Brown was one-on-one. All we needed was Richard Sherman playing one-on-one last night. We would have won in Anthony Brown's
spot. Yeah. Well, it's a weird one, man. But that's a big observation about the guy taking his helmet off. You and your booth thing were talking about that. That is a big observation. If we get that, then that changes everything.
I got 40 seconds left. Look, the pass interference caller, when he said we can't complain about last year if we want this year, that's exactly wrong, actually, Law. I'm going to tell you why. Because it went our way wrong both ways.
There we go.
If they had called it last year and let him push off and we won the game, then that caller would have been correct.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you're right on the money with that one.
We got holes by the referees, but our talent is Super Bowl talent, and this is my first time calling you. I'm gonna call you more often, and I've been watching all of y'all. Okoye is my man. Skywalker, all y'all. I love all y'all. Actually, you can ask my girl. I wake up to y'all, and I go to sleep. Actually,
oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man.
It's just 'cause it's real football, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your love and adulation.
Y'all speak real football.
Thank you so much, man. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's give him one of these.
This is Sparta!
Boy. All right. So let me see. Man, y'all are filling up on this thing. 385, you're live.
What's up, man? You got me on?
Yeah, you live. Yeah. What's good? Who we got?
Nothing much, man. I just want to make a couple points, man. First of all, you got a great show. I just need Jerry Jones to actually put on the GM hat and not the promoter hat.
Right.
I just need to make a couple of changes, man. Like when we had troubles with the receiver, he made a trade, got Amari, and that fixed the offense. I need him to fix this defense, man. You covered the Cowboys in training camp. You know, AB's just not it, man. He's not it. We gotta go out and make a trade. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta fix that corner spot. We're gonna waste another year where we got one side of the damn ball doing their damn job, and the other side just is not cutting it. I know they're young, they're gonna get better, but he's just not that guy, man. He's not that guy. That's gonna cost in the playoffs, and we're actually playing against all these high-powered offenses that are probably gonna make it there. The other move that I need him to make, I need him to put McGovern, I think it is, put him on left guard, man. I don't want Connor Williams on that left side looking like a turnstile, just fucking letting all these power players, sorry about cussing, all these power players just rush right through him. I don't need that crap. I don't want to see it anymore. Maybe Tyler Brothers can cut it in center, or maybe you let Connor Williams and that guy fight it out for that center spot, but I need McGovern on that left guard spot. That should give Zeke maybe some more push up front so he can run a couple of things, because I also don't want to see Dak dropping back for 50 sometimes a game, man. Like, I just don't want to put him out like that. You know what I mean? He's doing a great job, but eventually, like you said, you put him out there enough like that, he might get hurt. So that's just those couple of points, man. Other than that, dude.
Yeah, man, that was fire, man. You had great points right there. All solid, man. All A's from me. No rebuttal from there. Appreciate you for calling in from the 385.
Thanks, buddy.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Good call from 385. Kept everything straight to the point. I know that there's some hesitancies as it relates to Connor McGovern versus Connor Williams, and I feel you on that. We as Cowboy fans, we'll look at this thing and we'll say,
the conference has been locked.
All right, hey, we know that all of the big boys use this one little tool against Connor Williams, and it's called bull rush, and they save it. They say, man, we'll save it to the third, maybe the fourth quarter, and we'll utilize that move on him because he's just light in the britches. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like he would probably be better somewhere else. He's solid, but he's not that guy that's going to hold down the fort as it relates to those power bull rushes in the middle. So that's just my observation of everything. We got the 332. You live, babe. What you got?
What's up, Lord?
Nothing to it, man.
What's going on, brother? Just calling in, man. Checking on you, man. It's a tough game yesterday.
It was.
Just calling, man. Just calling, man. To just point out some of the little things, man. I think last night with Footen had a problem with the pass rush. You know, us getting to the quarterback. A wet field. I think Footen played a big part. I seen the Jordan Lewis interview. I like the fact that he didn't even mention nothing about the PI. He took it like a man. They moving on. You know,
yeah.
It was a tough call.
Yeah. The
refs wasn't calling a lot of things consistent, and you just don't understand. You know, it's the NFL. The commissioner's there. Everybody's there. Eyes is watching. How do you miss so many big calls?
Yeah.
You know, but it's tough for us. But I think, you know, next week when we go on the road against the Chargers, we should be good. I like how the offensive line held up in pass protection. You know, we pay Zeke a lot of money. They don't talk about the little things, him filling in and getting in the A-gap with them, you know, giving him time to protect the ball and throw the ball. That was big for him, you know. Got to get Zach Martin back, but I think they'll be running behind Zach next week.
Yeah, I mean, Zach, he should get those negative tests that we're looking for, and everything marginally improves on that front five as it relates to that. Who knows? I think that Zach Martin would have been a difference of 3 to 4 points, you know, in this game. So if we get Zach Martin back, we should see even more passing yards and rushing yards from our team altogether.
Yeah, you know, I think Dak is top 5 now. You know, he proved it. He showed that he can take the game over in his hands and, you know, be versatile, you know, one-dimensional without the run. People need to give him his flowers.
No doubt. Hey, after this end of this season, he'll be, with this type of 400-yard performance every week in and week out, he'd probably be number 1 quarterback in the National Football League. And I'm just saying this.
I know.
For real.
They're gonna say it was 400 yards in garbage time. This was prime time, and the game was close.
Right. So there's nothing you can take away from that one. Appreciate you for calling in.
Yes, sir, brother. I'll give you a call back, man. I love your show, man. Supporter.
Thank you, man. That's my guy right there. All right, so we got the 972. What's new?
Hey, what up, Law? This is Carlos from Dallas.
Appreciate you, Carl.
Quick, so just 3 quick points, just to make sure. So for the game, I just hear a lot about accountability. Dak Prescott and the whole team talks about accountability, but I just want to see it with the coaching staff and the Jones family to put that accountability out there, because I think they should put the best team out there and not the guys they invested in, such as Jalen Smith and Anthony Brown. Yes, you invested in money in them, but in the end of the game, they couldn't cover as well as I would have rather have Jabril Cox and Malik Hooker or Israel or someone that's actually showed up in camp to make some plays, rather than, to put some guys out there that, let's just say they're not on top of their game at the moment. And 2 is too many errors and mistakes cost us this game.
Right.
Too many missed field goals, turnover off a drop, and blocks and holding. If we were going to have that key block at the end of the game with that tight end, Schultz or whoever was to block Zeke, Zeke could have had an easy touchdown, but instead he had to basically be pensive about his own move. Like, am I going to run through him?
Yeah.
Am I going to do a juke move? Just because of that key block that was missed. So too many mistakes and errors from this game. My number 2 point is Dak is still the MVP of the team. He's still the leader. Everyone galvanizes around him. Whoever is a Dak hater, they can go basically, they don't know how to watch football. They basically don't watch football.
Facts.
And basically, next week is a must-win game, because the difference between 2 losses in a straight season is a major. Because if we lose these 2 straight weeks, that means we're going to have to win 3 straight weeks in a row. That is against the Eagles, I think the Giants, and who else, I think. But if we win next week, and then we have the easy opponent, sorry about that. we can go to 4-1. So I see next week as a real key matchup to are we going to get a pass rush to that quarterback?
No time left, but yeah, I appreciate you call, man. Thank you. Yeah, you was on money with that one, man. Appreciate you. A good call from him. All right, let's see who we have. 202. MD, you live.
What's going on, Lo, man? How you doing, man?
Nothing to it, fam.
All right, man. Look, I just wanted to call and let you know, hey, man, I love the show. Watch it every day. But
appreciate it.
In terms of the game last night, man, Anthony Brown is a major disappointment. And it's not. It's one of those things where some corners are good at certain routes, certain concepts, certain coverages, certain schemes. It doesn't matter where we put him; he gets cooked. You can run any route on a route tree against him, and the receiver's probably gonna catch the ball. So I don't understand why we continuously leave him out there on an island like that after he already got beat once by AB. My second point is that I don't like the substitutions with the linebacking core. We got to let Micah Parsons spin. You got to leave him in the game. He's first-round pick. He run 4-3. He can cover. He can hit. He can tackle. He can fill the gaps. Stop trying to just play Jaden Smith just to play him because you paid him. He's a step slow. We can't do that. Also, the creativity in the red zone, it has to be better. It can't be all Amari Cooper. We got to figure out some other things, some other ways to get players involved. When we played Pollard and Zeke last night, they both looked good together. We got to get a little more creative in the red zone. We have to use our bigger targets, Schultz. We got to use Jarwin, our tight ends in the red zone, like every other team does, because that's the mismatch.
Facts.
And that's pretty much all I got.
Appreciate you, man, for the call. Yeah, that's a good call. Good observation from him. The Jalen Smith, he's in there for run pursuit. Him and LVE. When they play nickel, they have Keanu Neal and Parsons. I look at it like, well, with Keanu Neal and Parsons, sprinkle in some Cox, man. Well, Jabril Cox, and I want the YouTube to flag me when I say Cox, but Jabril Cox, for what have you. Sprinkle him in and let him get some touches or get some feel in the vibe of the game. Let's not just have a rookie on the sideline looking. Snaps are valuable, by the way. We need him out there. Now, first game, humid, on the road, Cowboys, we can create and craft up all type of excuses, but I believe that they will be better next game, and we just got to correct our mistakes, and we should not see these same things over again. All right, from the 205, you're live. All right. 937, what you got? All right. 432. What's new?
Yo, what's up, Long?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
Man, this is Jesse from Odessa, Texas, man. Good to hear from you, man. Good to talk to you.
Likewise.
But man, today is a little bit weird, man. I kind of feel like I have a weird hangover type, man. Just how that game was. Yeah. Man, like the ups and downs. But, man, I mean, everybody's been saying it, man. I mean, Anthony Brown, man, he really costed us a lot in that game. But, I mean, that's who Anthony Brown is. I mean, we all knew it. At halftime, I was kind of wondering, man, what's Maurice Kennedy doing right now? You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, man, I'm like, man, I mean, throw Nate Sean out there. I mean, there is no way any of those two between them could play worse than, what Brown's doing right now. So, man, I mean, I like, Quinn. Man, I mean, just looking at our run defense, greatly improved, a complete 180, I would say. I trust Quinn. But, man, if I could ask him a question, I'd be like, hey, what's up with this Maurice Kennedy? I mean, this dude was making plays during the off season and stuff. But, man, just that. And, You know, I mean, this is more of a question. You know, you kind of let me know what you think about this. But you know, back in 18, whenever we did that Amari Cooper trade, and you saw kind of how the wave changed for our team. How would you feel, or what are your thoughts on maybe doing something similar, but with a cornerback? And I know we got Boss Man and all that, but I mean, I just want to hear your thoughts. I mean, you know, what do you think about that? And that's all I got.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in. Shout out to the 432. Yeah, the phone lines are not open right now. We've been live for a long time, and I got to bounce like a basketball. But I would tell you guys that when I go live a little later on, we would jump back onto that. As far as bringing in a cornerback now, you got Nashon, you got Boss Man Fat, Kelvin Joseph. Keep on about to call him Boss Cowboy. This is how we got to play that one. You know, you got to see them. Shout out to you, AI. You got to at least give them guys chances. But if you see down the line, if there's a good cornerback that you can go out there and snatch, then you do it. A lot of people was yelling Stephon Gilmore, but newsflash, you know, he's injured. He's going to be on IR to, I believe, like week 7 or something like that. C.J. Henderson, what do the Jags really want for him? You know, you can go down that road. But Anthony Brown, there's no surprise. We knew what he was going to bring to the table since 2016, 2017, 18, 19, you know, 2020. Now it's 2021. We know who you are, Anthony Brown. You know, J.C. Jackson, Jackson, that's your cousin? I wanted J.C. Jackson. I wanted him, but we didn't go out there and grab him. So that's just how that goes. During the offseason, I think that it would have been better for us to implement a cornerback or a defensive player during the offseason opposed to waiting midway through the season. My thing is, a lot of people look at this defense and can literally say, man, we are a cornerback away from being a solid defensive team. Regardless, I know AB is AB, but I'm just looking at it like if you look at this whole situation and pay attention to what happened on the field last night, if you have a serviceable defensive back, he's not getting burned like that. But shout out to Tom Brady for doing his thing out there. Shout out to Tom Brady for doing his thing. All right, Cowboy Nation. It's not over with yet. It's a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and you got to figure out a way to formulate your plan to that. I'm going to maybe be on live a little later on tonight. Philadelphia Underdogs, appreciate you for trying to call in. But just hit me up a little later on tonight, and then you can get your conversational piece in of what you want to talk about. But right now, I got to go. Chris Davis, appreciate you. Little Dallas Cowboy need to get kicked out of the chat. What Little Dallas Cowboy doing, man? Shout out to Little Dallas Cowboy. Gina, appreciate you. Thank you as well for calling in last night. She Got Sports, appreciate you. I'm a Giants fan, but I look way better than expected. Yeah, okay. We did look way better than what you expected. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let me go through this. Some people made some donations here, man. I really appreciate those who made that. Shout out to you, Brian, for 200 stars. Father Tom, you made a donation earlier. I really appreciate you. Cook, thank you for subscribing.
I feel our boys did pretty well, with the exception of that Anthony Brown. And I hope he is benched the entire season. He has to go.
That's from Sadiqua. Appreciate you, one of the mods. I really appreciate you all the way. He's not Deion's prime time, folks. This is from David Miller. You ain't lying. Shoot, we far away from Deion. Hell, I'll get another Larry Brown if we can. You know, let's get him out there, you know. And shout out to you, Father Time, for making your donation. Let me read your comment here if the AI can't get to it. Happy Friday is only game 1, so I'm not ready to crucify or anoint anyone just yet. It's a long season. Gonna need all of our DBs. 7's good. Yeah. J. Lou, NAB, solid. but Antonio Brown is 1-versus-1. It's tough. Yeah. So that's a reasonable situation. Anthony Brown 1-on-1. Well, Antonio Brown versus Anthony Brown 1-on-1 is a very, 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 very suspect call there. So you would need to at least have a safety over the top, and that could be what. Let the AI speak. Let me see.
Happy Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's only game 1, so I'm not ready to crucify or anoint anyone just yet. It's a long season. Gonna need all of our DBs. Seven's good, J. Lou and Ab solid, but Antonio Brown 1v1 is tough.
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to hang out with the loved one right now, with my better half. I think she got a movie scheduled. Go see 10 Rings. Have you guys seen that one yet? Let me know if y'all seen 10 Rings or 9 Rings. It would be nice if the Cowboys get 10 rings. You know, we got 5 more to go to get there. Y'all let me know if that's a good one. You know, I'm supposed to go to the movies right now. So I'm going to freshen up. Not shave, but I'm going to freshen up a little bit and get ready to go see 10 Rings. Let me know if that's a good one. You know, I'm a big movie guy, so not going to see it on bootleg. We're going to go to the movies at one of those reserved spots where you got the free space and everything. Yeah. It's not that good? Oh, my God.
Say what you want. Jalen lay hat on, boys. Flexed bicep, flexed bicep, flexed bicep.
Who's flexing over here? Let me see. Who's flexing? Yeah, who's flexing? Who flexing? Who flexing? Who this is? JR, appreciate you. Yeah, Jalen, you know, he did a good job, man. Yeah, I can't have nothing ill will to say about Jalen. That's Jalen we want. Limited amount of time, Jalen. Let me see some fire in the chat, baby. If y'all can, if y'all want, spread the fire and desire for your boy. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Hey, win, lose, or draw, we here, Cowboy Nation. We ain't folding up like lawn chairs. No. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it. If you'll just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and scargacity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want or desire, then lo and behold, the dark and the grim, you will get it. Cowboy Nation, turn me up. Let's go. Come on. Philadelphia, come on. You know Lord fears no one on this plane. Absolutely. Call in. Be early. Be early next time. And jump on the phone line to spit your mind. But nobody's scared. If anything, they'll be scared of me, the law.
This is Sparta!
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Come on. Jerry, tell him.
I want me some glory hole.
Don't we all, Jerry Wade and things. Yeah. The fighting scenes in 10 Rings are good. Yeah, let's go watch that one, man. We go watch that one, man. We go watch that one. Yeah. Let's go.
I ran up a check, I might do it again.
Do it again, baby.
Close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until
10
the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again.
Yeah. Nation, if you like this channel and you stayed all the way to this point and you didn't hit that like button, if you're not subscribed to this channel, in the future, there will be a situation where only the subscribed people will be able to comment. So I'm just letting you guys know. But if you're not subscribed to this channel and you listen to this point all the way to this point, we had too many people in the chat last night, and we couldn't get the people that's actually subscribed to the channel to get their mindset out. So in the future, there will be some changes to the nation. I'm just letting y'all know. So, and if you think that the Cowboys are not going to win some games this year, come on, baby. Let's go. I'm just doing me, baby. All right. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. From the womb to the tomb. Let's go. Hey, ho. As the world span like a patented pen of my mind, as we write this thing in time, I want to tell everybody the lyrics of your heart, soul, and melodies of your thoughts is right here. Tell them.
Take a drag of my cigarette.
Yeah.
Breathe me out, breathe you in.
All right.
Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you. For you. Ooh. Don't let the street
Don't let it hit you.
all alone.
We're going to tell them.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
The haters.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow.
Come on, Philadelphia. I'm trying to let you make it. I'm not trying to tell you to lean forward a little bit. No, I'm not trying to do you like that. Come on, man. I'm on my way out. I like you because you're consistent, but I don't want to tell you to lean forward. Come on now. Let you make it.
And another one. Fighting you was the one I lost. 7-1 is all in one. All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Come on, baby.
You know it's dangerous.
This is my relaxation movement right here. Y'all sit back and
Don't
chill.
let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow. Wherever you go, whatever you do.
If it's your birthday this month, happy birthday.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can
Happy birthday to Akeem's mom.
fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Shout out to you, Tyson. I see you. And remember, you're listening to nothing but
Be
the
your biggest
best.
fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
Pay attention to the cheerleader in the back. Her mouth wide open. She's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Shout out to you, Sadiqa. Happy birthday to your daughter. Yeah.
Because you don't know who you're gonna meet.
Mike and Mary, appreciate you. 26th anniversary with his beautiful wife. Give a round of applause for Mike and Mary. I gotta start talking about the Chargers on. Maybe Sunday. Supposed to be Wednesday. Congratulations, Gina. Salute to Pete Prescott. It's a noble thing. 26 years. That's a long time. That's okay, King. King, that's okay. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. It's to he that endured to the end. Not gonna win them all. And remember, until next
You
time.
have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're gonna meet.
You never know who you're gonna meet.